first time in program history, the McLean Tigers are kings of six-man football. The McLean Tigers take down the Milford Bulldogs 100-70 in the Class 1A Division I state championship game. I'm Greg Tepper alongside Lehman Saunders. And Lehman, it was the Ben Crockett show. This kid is unbelievable.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're not joking. Over 300 yards rushing, over 30 carries, sets a state record 9 rushing touchdowns. Oh, by the way, 3 for 4 passing, 81 yards passing, and 3 touchdowns passing.
He was the dominant force in this game, and what I love about this kid is he runs so tough. He is big and physical, and he runs mean.
He's shucking tackles left and right tonight. And he was a force on defense as well. Yeah. He was probably the team's leading tackler. He won offensive MVP, obviously, but he could have been defensive MVP too.
Yeah, they gave the defensive MVP to Chisholm Henderson, who had a great game himself. And look, 100-70. It's the first time since 2009 we've had 100 points scored in a six-man state championship game. For folks who don't follow six-man football, 100 points is not unheard of, but it is relatively rare.
It is rare, and especially on this type of field. I mean, it was a really big fluke back when Garden City scored 122 in 2009, and I mean, Milford just couldn't stop Ben Crockett.
They couldn't.
And Milford, to credit to them, Tayron Smith was amazing as well.
Yeah, I want to touch on him for a minute because this kid is his career ends an electrifying career. I mean, one of the best six-man players we've seen in a while. This kid is special and put on a show of himself tonight.
It easily over 300 yards of total offense. It was pretty balanced between throwing and rushing, and hopefully he can go play next level somewhere.
In the end, though, the difference was McLean came up with about 4 or 5 stops, and Milford simply couldn't come up with those stops. McLean was unstoppable.
Yeah, Milford could not capitalize like McLean did on stops, and they couldn't force the big turnover they needed, and they're trying to play catch-up in the second half, and they could never catch up.
And what a year for Clint Lindman and the McLean Tigers. Coach Lindman's done such a tremendous job in his second year here at this program, but turned them into a champion. I don't think there's any doubt that's the best team in Class 1A Division I.
There's no question. That's the best team. I think they're obviously they're better than Strong because they played and beat Strong, so that's the best team in Class 1A, period.
It was really, really impressive to see. It'll be the Ben Crockett show, but overall, the legacy is McLean is state champs for the first time. 100-70 over the Milford Bulldogs in the 1A Division I state championship game. We'll be back. Lehman won't. Thanks for all your help, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to be back with coverage of the 2A Division II state championship game coming up tonight. Stay with us.